And today we will be using a ball, so if you have that, keep it nearby for now. If you don't have a ball, you can always use something like a small pillow. That tends to work pretty well. So we will lay down on our backs. And settling into our mats here, we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, making that exhale nice and forceful, hearing your breath throughout the whole class, inhaling through the nose and exhaling again. Pretend like you're exhaling, like you're blowing out some birthday candles. Observing where your breath is coming from, if it's coming more from your belly or more from your chest. On this next exhale, we're going to just start to tighten up a little bit right up underneath of our hands, bringing some gentle activation through the core. Connecting your rib cage down towards your hips and almost feeling that change happen. If one hand is on your belly and one hand is on your chest, as you're exhaling, your hands are slightly coming closer together. Both the top hand and the bottom hand kind of coming towards the center of the body. On this next one, we're going to exhale and hold that gentle connection here. It's not a big change, but we want to continue normal breathing here. So feeling that work, maybe poking around and seeing what's working, what's not, but just continuing our nice normal breath. It doesn't necessarily have to be a deep inhale anymore, but just appreciating that we can hold this sensation while still doing everything we need to do throughout our day. From here, relax everything through the belly and just take those knees gently side to side, bringing some gentle rotation in through the low back. When you are ready, let's go ahead and grab our ball or our pillow. Ball is going to come right on top of the thighs, and then both hands are going to be on top of that ball. So a nice little sandwich between the hands and the legs. As we exhale, we're going to press gently into that ball, feeling almost a deeper connection in our center. Exhale, push down, arms stay straight, neck stays relaxed. On this last one, once again, push down and then hold that connection in your core. Continue normal breathing here. Ask yourself what you're feeling. The arms almost make like a full circuit between our spine, our arms, and our legs, our pelvis. We want to feel this connection the whole time. And then slowly relax and release. Perfect. From here, we're going to transition that ball in between our knees. A gentle little squeeze in between both knees. Arms can relax down by your sides. Inhale through the nose to prepare, and as you exhale, we're going to start to tuck that tailbone under, peeling off one vertebrae at a time until you're in a straight line all the way from your shoulder blades to your knees, and then slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone is the last to touch. See if you can really take this as segmental as possible. Exhale, rounding all the way to the top, still with that gentle squeeze in on the knees, and then slowly lower down. On this next one, we're going to lift all the way to the top. Again, the top of this can be to your comfort, whether that's halfway or 3/4 of the way. Head, neck, and shoulders are just nice and relaxed. From here, we're going to squeeze and pulse in on that ball. So squeeze, pause, and release. Squeeze, pause, and release. Nothing else changes here. Try to crush that ball. Try to bring those knees together. On this last one, we're going to squeeze and hold. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the knees, but don't lose the ball. Lower those hips all the way down. Keep the ball right in between the knees here. We're going to exhale, lift the hips again. This time, transferring weight over into the left foot. We're going to see if we can straighten out the right knee while keeping that ball. And then bend it back in, switch sides, shifting your weight to the right foot, extending out the left knee, and down. One more on each side. Keep those hips level. Both feet back down and slowly lower the hips. Hug those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side or give yourself little circles if you need to. We're going to transfer that ball from in between the knees to underneath the pelvis. So we're going to do that by lifting up the hips a little bit, taking that ball right at the bottom of the spine. And if you're wondering if the ball's in the right place, as long as you feel your core working hard, then the ball is working its magic. So from here, you want to make sure that the ball is not pressing back into you. You're kind of always pressing down into the ball. Feel that work in your lower belly even before we move anything else. So think about that scooping sensation, that zippering up a tight pair of pants. That's what we want to feel right here. With hips nice and stable, we're going to start with just a little march, hovering one foot up and slowly bringing it down, switching sides. Maybe hands are on the lower belly or at the front of the hip bones to kind of monitor the stillness here. Keep that breathing going. On this next one, option to keep practicing the marching or lifting one leg into tabletop and then meeting the other one with it. Just hold here and breathe. Try to find stillness. You might feel all these smaller muscles turning on and off to try and stabilize. That is good. Maybe if you can bring your arms up towards the ceiling, seeing how that changes the work. Otherwise, hands can be down by your sides. Good, breathe here and hold. If you can, keep your arms up towards the ceiling. Otherwise, bring them back down. We're going to hinge from one hip. Inhale down and exhale, lift. Making sure that nothing changes in the position of the back. Reverse march here. Perfect. Last one here. Good. Arms can relax back down. From here, we're going to try a few reps of a double leg lower. So, again, keep this nice and tight, hinging from the hips, only a few inches down as if you're going to dip your toes into the water and then raise them back up. You're only dipping down as far as you can while controlling the work here. Good. Last one. Perfect. Hug those knees into your chest. You can keep the ball right where it is. to tabletop. Find your stillness and your balance once again. And then from here, we're going to take both legs straight up towards the ceiling and then bend back down. Both legs straight and lower. On this last one, keep the legs straight. If we can, we're going to lower one leg slowly down to about 45 degrees and then raise it back up. Switching sides, slow down and up. Good. Finding that stillness, finding that control. Last one. Good. Hold your feet up towards the ceiling. We're going to squeeze heels together and toes apart. From here, we're going to do corkscrew. So, circling down and around. This is a small circle here. Bigger one is going to be a little bit trickier. My arms are down by my sides so that I can have a little bit more stability here. And last one. Perfect. Relax it down. Hug those knees in once again. Awesome. From here, feet can come back down. Raise your hips up just a little bit to take that ball out from under you. From here, ball is going to come in between our hands. Arms and legs are going to reach nice and long. And then from here, we're going to exhale, transfer the ball from your hands to your knees. And then knees are going to take it all the way down. Exhale, bring everything in towards the center. Grab the ball with your hands and transfer it all the way down. Two more like this. Exhale, in together. Inhale, reach long. Last one, exhale, pull in. Passing that ball. Perfect. From here, we're going to go right onto our sides. So, flipping onto a side here. Head can be supported in the hand or resting down on the arm. Ball is going to go right in front of the belly button here. Make sure you're fully on your side, that bottom hip is tucked underneath. Top hand is going to come onto the ball. We're going to start with another activation exercise here. So relax your belly all the way. Maybe first like feeling how your belly feels against gravity when it's fully relaxed. And then from here, we're going to bring a hand onto the ball. And as we press down onto the ball, I want us to exhale and lift our belly button off of our mat towards our spine. Inhale, relax, and release everything down. We should feel this whole kind of shift upwards in our spine getting longer. So exhale, press down into the ball. Once again, the arm and the ball are kind of completing this whole circuit throughout the body. So exhale. Inhale, release. Last one, exhale. Hold that press, hold that activation, breathe normally. Last two, and one, relax everything down, perfect. We're going to take our ball, and we're going to bring it right behind the top knee, into our knee pit, I call it. So squeezing right in between here. Hold it nice and tight so that we're activating the hamstrings. Keep that top hand somewhere other than the mat in front of you, maybe behind the head or on top of the top hip. From here, we're just going to hinge that top knee forward and exhale, press it a little bit backwards. Again, we're only going as far as we can while keeping control in the center, keeping stillness above the waist. Inhale forward, exhale, little squeeze backwards. On this last one, hold it forward, little squeezes in, heel towards butt. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this last one, squeeze and hold. Try to crush that ball. Press your heel towards your glutes for 3, 2, and 1. Send that knee back down and away. Little lift straight up. Few inches up, few inches down. Don't forget about that core. Check back in. Make sure it's still active. Last 3, 2, and 1. Woo, take that ball out from underneath the top knee. And then we're going to bring it in between both knees here. So feet are together. We're going to exhale and press that top knee down. Inhale, relax and release. Exhale, top knee presses. Inhale, release. And last one here. Perfect. From here, we're going to straighten out the legs all the way. Feet can separate. And then relax your head all the way down onto your bottom arm. Top hand, this time now, is going to come down on our mat in front of us. This is about the only time that it's okay for us to use that top hand for stability. This one here I like to call floppy fish. We're going to exhale and lift both legs and bottom arm up, hovering 2, 3, and slowly lower down. Exhale, lift, squeeze, 2, 3, and lower. Perfect. 2 more like that. Exhale. And last one. Awesome job. From here, with those legs staying straight, little pulses in. Squeezing for last 3, 2, on the last one, squeeze and hold, breathing here. And relax it all the way out. We're going to take a nice little 180, coming around to the other side, setting it up the same way in our side line. So we're starting off with our press down for the core, activating it here. So ball is somewhere around the belly button here, and then top hand on the ball. As we press down on it, belly button lifts, lengthening the spine, and release and relax all the way down. We should be able to feel differences between those two positions. So fully relax, and then exhale, press the hand gently down, lifting the belly button in opposition, and relax. Exhale, press down. On this last one, press down on the ball, lift belly button, lift core, and breathe normally. Take that work out of your neck. Relax your shoulder down away from your ear. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Relax on the ball, relax your belly. Transfer that ball to the top knee pit and get a nice little squeeze in there. Perfect. Engaging the core once again, top hand somewhere other than the mat, and taking a hinge in, knee towards chest, and then squeeze it back. As you squeeze back though, don't let your rib cage open and flare and belly come down. We're still keeping everything up and in. Inhale forward, exhale back. Keep squeezing that ball. Keep engaging through the hamstrings. On this last one here, swing that knee forward. Little squeezes in on that ball. Heel towards glutes. Last two. On this last one, squeeze and hold. Try to crush that ball. Breathing here. And send that knee down and straight. Little lifts. Few inches up, few inches down. Good. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Relax and release on that ball. Transferring the ball now in between the knees. Knees are bent. Feet are together. Exhale, top knee presses into the ball and relax and release. Again, exhale, press down, squeeze that ball and release. Don't forget about that belly. On this last one, squeeze and hold, crush that ball. Last 2, and 1. Release, straighten out those legs. Feet can come apart, and then head relaxes down on your arm. Top hand, we are going to support ourselves in front of our mat. Exhale, floppy fish. Both feet or both legs and bottom arm and head. Lift, squeeze, and release. Exhale. Last one. Perfect. Good. We're going to come back up. Legs stay straight. Squeeze in on that ball. Try your best not to have that wobbliness kind of rocking forward and back. See if you can press straight down. On this last one, press and hold. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Relax and release on that ball. We're going to take the ball to the side for a moment. Roll over onto your back. We're going to stretch it out in a figure 4 to start, ankle over knee. You can either stay here and rock with it side to side, or other options, you can kind of pull in towards the chest just as long as head, neck, and shoulders stay relaxed. I would encourage you to try a few different positions so you can see what feels best. Remembering that those glutes kind of fan from the inside to the outside, and so we don't want to just stretch in one plane of motion all the time. Seeing how we can switch it up to find a stretch that we need. Last one. And go ahead and switch sides when you're ready. Relaxing and releasing those hips. Letting them melt down into our mat. when you're ready, we're also going to take a nice happy baby stretch. So grabbing up towards the outsides of your feet if you can. Heels pressing towards the ceiling. Rocking from side to side if that feels good. And then when you are ready, we're going to lengthen out long, stretching arms and legs away from the center of the body. Taking a nice big inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. From here, rolling right over onto our bellies, but still keeping that length that we just found. And reaching arms and legs long away from the center. Tighten up your belly as if you're lifting it up and off of your mat. Keep that lift. And then opposite arm, opposite leg are going to reach as long as they can and then hover off of the mat. Switching sides, exhale, lift, squeeze, and hold. On this next one, either keeping this pace or starting to speed it up a little bit. Lifting and lowering, lift and lower. On this next one, maybe hovering, arms and legs flutter, kicking them, reaching long. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax everything down. Hands can come right underneath the chest. And we're going to press right back into child's pose. Relaxing your hips on your heels. Knees can be wide, forehead down. And just breathe. Resettling back into our mat. Finding a place to take a break from the core. Relaxing our pelvic floor. Letting gravity do the work here. Take both hands and walk them over to one side of your mat. Getting a deeper stretch throughout one side of the body. Take some nice deep breaths. And then walk both hands over to the other side of your mat. And back to the center. From here, we're going to come right on to hands and knees. Setting your knees about hip distance apart, directly underneath the hips. Hands about shoulder distance apart, right under the shoulders. From here, we're going to take some cat-cows, rounding through the spine. Looking at your belly button, tucking your tailbone under, and then dropping that chest, dropping that belly, looking a little bit up. Coming into a few more of these. Doing what feels best for your body. And then lastly, finding a flat back here. So pull that belly button in, and from here, lengthen your neck nice and long. So don't forget about your head. Don't let it droop down or stick up. Lengthen the back of your neck nice and long. Take a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, we're going to start some bird dogs, opposite arm, opposite leg. First, we're going to reach and slide long on your mat, and then just hover them 1 inch up. Hold here. Tap back down to the mat and slide it back in. Switching sides, slide hand and leg long. First, finding that length. First, finding that activation to the core, and then lift, hover, and hold. Finding stillness. And toe and hand touch, slide it back down. Last one on either side, slide long. Check back in with the head and neck. Lift and hover, hold here. And last one. This longer hold is challenging those muscles, the endurance of them. We need that endurance to keep the core active throughout the day. And slide it back down. Perfect. From here, we're going to grab our ball. Ball is going to come underneath one hand. Other hand is going to come right to the side. From here, we're going to scoot the knees back, flatten out the hips a little bit, and we're going to come into 3 push-ups here with one hand on the ball. So you're trying your best to keep your chest square. Bend those elbows and lift. 2 more. Bend and straighten. Last one. Switch the ball to the other hand. Find a good spot. Feeling kind of level. Square off the hips. Bend and straighten. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Take the knees wide again and sit back into your child's pose. You can roll out those wrists if you need to. One more thing in this position, we're going to take that ball once again into our knee pit here, taking a nice little squeeze, coming up for fire hydrant. So squeezing that ball a little bit, knees coming right to the side, and then down. Good, 2 more like this. On this last one, lift and hold, squeeze. Feel the bottom leg working as well. For last 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Switch that ball to the other side. Give it a nice gentle squeeze here. And then lifting right out to the side, fire hydrant. Feeling both legs work. On this last one, lift, squeeze, and hold. Breathing here. For 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Perfect. Take that ball out. We're going to slide the legs forward and through. From here, take a nice gentle stretch forward, shaking out those legs if you need to, and reaching for those toes. Option to lean side to side if that feels good. Perfect. Sitting back up, nice and tall. Take that ball right into your lap here. We've done this one before with a pretend ball, but now we have an actual ball. So you're gonna sit up and out of your waist. Arms are gonna come forward. We're gonna lift the belly button, lift and sit up as tall as you can, and then reach forward as if you're going right on top and over that ball, and then stacking it right back up to the top. Relax your shoulders down by your ears. And exhale, reach, lengthen, and lift. Good, sit back up nice and tall. One more like that. Think about how tall you can get. Perfect. Grab that ball in between the hands, reach the hands forward. We're stacking the spine, but then we're going to tuck the tailbone around the back. Only lower as far as you can, knowing that you're going to have to make your way back up. And sitting back up all the way. And slowly roll down. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And sit back up. Couple more like that. Pretend like someone's trying to poke you in the belly and you're trying to get away from that. So really scooping under. On this last one, take that ball right to your chest with elbows wide. We're going to roll back about halfway only. From here, exhale, twist to one side. We're going to squeeze on that ball for 2 more. Exhale, twist and squeeze on that ball for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, twist to the other side. This time 2 squeezes on that ball using our chest. Exhale, twist. 2 squeezes. Good, and last one on each side. 1 big squeeze, hands coming into the center. And exhale, twist, squeeze, center, and fold forward towards the toes. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, fold forward a little bit more. Awesome. From here, scoot yourself a little bit forward on your mat. From here, we're going to round the back as much as we can. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and just starting a nice little march here. Hinging from the hip, one leg in tabletop and alternating sides. On this next one, option to keep marching or taking both legs into tabletop, holding here for our boat pose. Breathing here, finding that sweet spot, feeling those muscles adjust. Holding still for 3, 2, and 1. Relax in butterfly, soles of the feet together, nose to toes. On the second set, we're going to grab the ball again. This time, legs are going to be a little bit wider. And we're going to be passing the ball in a figure 8 between our knees. So it looks like this. We're back up in our boat pose. Ball is going to come under and through and under and through. As we're doing this, we're also rotating through the chest. Trying our best to actually keep the legs frozen. Good. See if you can keep the legs still. We are here for last 3, 2, and 1. Relax back into butterfly, nose to toes. Taking the right arm up towards the ceiling and looking and twisting towards that hand. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Switching sides, left hand coming up towards the ceiling, looking and twisting. Nice deep breath. And back to the center. Perfect. When you are ready, we're going to prepare for a few side planks. I'll be on my forearm, but you're more than welcome to be on your hand. We want to set ourselves up with our elbow directly underneath the shoulder, pressing the shoulder away from our ear. Neck stays nice and long, not kind of up and not down. So keeping that position. Legs can either be straight or you can keep them bent and coming up onto the knees. From here, maybe top hand on the top hip. Exhale, lift, squeeze, hold. Slowly lower down. Restack. Exhale, lift, squeeze and hold. And lower. On this last one, we're going to lift, squeeze, and hold. From here, maybe top hand comes up towards the ceiling, and we're going to slide the top hand down the top leg, and then inhale, reach long overhead. 2 more like that. Reach down the leg, and all the way up and over. Last one. Perfect. Let those hips come down. We're going to roll right over onto our belly for our regular either forearm or full plank. When you're ready, find a nice plank position. Just setting yourself up for success. Tucking tailbone down, straight line between heels and head. And then from here, if you can, we're just going to start to point and flex the feet. Nothing else changes, just the ankles are moving, the shoulders are hinging. Seeing how this changes the work for our core. Last 2. And 1. Take a quick break. And then we're going to roll onto our other side for our forearm plank. Setting ourselves up either knees or feet. Feet are either stacked or one in front of the other. Set your shoulder down and away from your ear. And then exhale, lift, squeeze, and hold. Slowly lower. 2 more. On the last one, we're going to lift and hold. Top hand comes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slide it down. Inhale, reach long and away. 2 more. Slide down and reach long. Last one. Perfect. Coming right back over towards your belly. One more set of a plank here. So once again, forearms or hands, doesn't matter here. One leg straightened and then the other, setting up your nice, good foundation position. Breathing here. And then from here, we're going to take one leg and knee is going to come towards the elbow, a little bit wide, like a Spider-Man. Alternating sides, exhale, knee to same side elbow. Last one on each side. Perfect, knees can come down. We're going to come up to a crisscross position, facing front if you want to. We're going to take a nice stretch Either hand or elbow coming right to the side. Anchor both hip bones down, reaching up and over. And take a nice circle through this top arm. From here, walk both hands in front and frame the one knee, bringing your chest towards that knee. Feeling a nice stretch through the opposite side of our low backs. Take some nice deep breaths. And then walking your hands over to frame the other knee, squaring off your chest to that knee, anchoring your hips down. Seeing if you can feel that nice stretch right here. And then when you're ready, keep walking over to the side where either your hand or your elbow comes down, and we're reaching up and over with the other side. Circle the top arm. And sit back up as tall as you can. There we go. Clasp the hands together, and we're going to reach forward with the hands, and chest reaches backwards. Drop the head, rounding the shoulders, pulling those shoulder blades away from the spine. Option to take it side to side, seeing how that changes the stretch. And back to the center. Reach those hands back behind you. Open the chest. Take a nice big inhale, maybe looking up just a little bit. And exhale, relax and release it out. Sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back. When they reach up towards your ears, slide them down and back as if you're putting them right into your back pockets. Don't let your back arch when you do this. On this last one, inhale, shoulders are going to come up towards the ears. We're going to squeeze our eyes, our toes, every muscle that we possibly can, even our bellies. And then exhale, shake it out, and just relax and release it down. One more like that. Everything up and in, all of that tension that we carry, all that stress in our bodies. And then let it go all the way. Awesome, awesome job. Great work with the ball today. The ball is always a great tool to add some instability for our body to then stabilize on top of. So, love using the ball, probably one of my favorite pieces of equipment. But if you guys have any questions, just let me know.